Make sure the volume is up here.
Hi,
Okay.
everyone.
We're just waiting. See how that little blue thing says? Sorry. Okay, see how it says end live? We're live, so you can say hi.
Hi,
see
everyone.
If anybody's there.
If anybody's on, this is gonna be a pretty fun one today, and mostly I'm gonna be in charge this one.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. Okay.
So
Should we just wait a minute or two?
Yeah, but I'm kind of scared, everyone, if somebody's watching, because if I forget, because I forget very quickly.
Well, that's what I'm here for, right?
Yeah.
You've done this before, which is the reason I'm putting you in charge, right? Yeah, it's fun to learn from tiny experts like yourself, right? So let's go ahead and get started. People can get caught up. I'm going to pull the laptop down so that you can look at what Cole is doing. But I will have my phone with me so that I can hopefully be able to see comments. As Colmar said, this is going to be a pretty fun one. It's really easy as well. So we're going to go over really quickly the supplies that you would need. Colmar has done this one numerous times. In fact, he's sold 3 paintings, I think, in this technique. And then I think he kept one for himself, the red and the blue one, the white one upstairs that's on your wall, that really big one. He kept one for himself that he really, really liked. It's a technique he really likes because, like I said, it's super easy and it's messy without being messy, if that makes sense, right? You get to be kind of like loose, but it doesn't make a whole lot of mess. We call it smush painting.
Yeah, we call it smush painting, and it's like you get messy, but you don't. So
you want to show them what we need?
Yes.
Okay, let's go through that. Let's go through these supplies first, do those last. So what's this?
You need a canvas, of course.
We are using 11 by 14 because that's the size Cole picked. You can use paper. Paper will work. I will say you need a little bit thicker of paper, all depending on the paint you're using. Okay, so then we need what?
We need paints.
Paints. So Cole has chosen, can you reach that?
A lot of them.
So
green, purple, white, and then that one.
And then a purple. Those are the colors that he chose. And then we're going to throw in a white too, just for a little bit of breaking up of the color, right? Okay, so we have some colors. Now, really quickly, as you could see, I grabbed 2 different types. This is your typical craft paint in a bottle, as a bigger one. These are your little craft, your typical craft paints, not to necessarily promote a certain brand, but these are your craft paints. A little bit more liquid. This is going to be your little more heavy body, thicker. What? Heavy body, thicker paint. Any of them will work. Honestly, you could do it with watercolor if you want. Watercolor won't work as well on the canvas, but it will on paper pretty well. You'll see kind of why, sorry about that. You'll see why acrylic or even tempera, something that's has a little bit more weight to it than maybe watercolor. But by all means, you can do it with watercolor. In fact, I've done it I've wet down chalk into kind of like a pastel, a liquid pastel. You just need something that's going to move. Okay. So the reason why, hang on for a second, the reason why I thought, or Cole really thought, that we could do this one is he and I love to paint using kind of alternative tools, if you will. And I have a whole bunch of different ideas for different tools that I thought we could do that maybe like once a week. We could do painting, but with alternative tools, meaning not necessarily brushes, right? So people are like, I can't paint, but you know what? I bet you can with all kinds of tools. So we're going to start with that today. This is one of those techniques. Okay. What else do we need?
We need plastic wraps.
Or what else could we use that's like plastic wrap if we don't have this particular kind?
We could. It's
What do you put a sandwich in?
a sandwich.
What do you put a sandwich in?
A
baggie?
Yeah,
Yeah, a plastic baggie would work.
but
I'm using just plastic wrap.
yeah. But if you don't have the sides, you just glue it together. And the sides where you open it, just pull them over the edge.
Are you talking about a Ziploc bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we did was we cut the edges so that it folded open, didn't we?
Yeah,
it
you
was
can
no
do that
longer a
too.
bag. You can do that too, of course. And then show them those things, what we got.
Oh, so you can use this, but if you don't have this, it's a roller painter, and if you don't have this, you can use a bottle that is empty.
It doesn't have to be empty. It can have something in it.
Yeah. Or if you don't have those two things, you can use this stick to do it like that. And then if you don't have that, I'm pretty sure everyone has a throwaway card that you don't use. So if you don't have all those other stuff, you can use this.
And if you don't have any of it, what else can you use?
Well, hands, of course.
Hands, of course. Hands, of course. Which is so much fun. That's where it's messy but not messy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
It feels like you're getting messy, but if you can't see the plastic wrap, you're not going to get messy.
Yeah, we'll show you, right? We'll show you.
Yeah.
Should we just get started? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scooch over a tiny bit so that everybody can see you working, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this down. So look, so say bye, not bye. You'll still be here. You can talk, but we're going to do this so that everybody can see kind of what you're doing. Let's do a little bit.
Sorry, guys, for our pains.
That's okay. We can always move those out of the way. I'll move them over here. To your side. Whoa, dominoes! Now, what cool is? We got this. We're figuring it out. Oh boy.
There.
All right. So, tell everybody. Okay, I think they know. Tell everybody what the first step is.
The first step is get a canvas, of course.
Get a canvas, of course. And then
Question.
No, that wasn't. That was something else.
Sorry, everyone.
If the bell would ring when somebody had a question, that would make it so much easier. I don't think anybody's even watching right now, but that's okay. We need what? What has to go on the canvas?
Of course, paint.
Of course.
And then
First step was let's do that first, okay? All
and
right.
then you can squirt paint wherever you want.
Okay. So
like-
what colors do we usually start with? Do we start with dark colors usually first or light colors? Dark. All right. So which colors which ones do you want to put in there?
This is dark and this is dark.
Okay,
and
so
this is
so
dark.
let's show everybody what you do, right? Do you remember how to do it? Do you want me to do a little bit just so we can see?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
So where do you want the green for right now? Okay.
Don't squirt my finger.
Okay. Anywhere else?
Yeah, right there. Since
Okay.
you made a mess.
Anywhere else?
No.
No? Okay, what's the next color you want to put down?
Purple.
All right.
And I want to put it down.
Yeah, you go for it.
Can you open
You
this,
sure?
please?
There you go.
Everyone. This
Here
is
you go.
my hand. Okay.
So tell them what you're doing as you're...
You're squirting paint on the canvas.
Wherever you want it.
Yeah, wherever you want it. And then when you're done with all those colors that you have of the paint, you can put the plastic wrap over it.
And then we'll show them what to do. So let's get the paint going. Can you get it?
Open
Yep.
this space again.
Yep. I'll open these as well for you.
I want one more.
Sure. Okay. Good. I got you.
Okay.
And then there's that one. That one's already open for you. This is a really easy one for the little ones to do because you can just put the paint wherever. Now, if you want, Cole, here, I can do that part. If you want, you don't have to put the white down right now, but you can. We can always put more. I can get it open for you if you can't.
Thanks.
Anyways, as I was saying, this is really good for the little ones because they can just put the paint wherever they want, and it's, you know, compositionally, it doesn't really. Yeah, it's almost out.
There.
That's right here. This is where you want it?
Yeah.
Any more? Where else?
Right there. Such it is.
I'm just going to put some, you might as well use it up. All right. So now comes the fun part, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You going to help me with this?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I want to use my hands,
All right.
Mom.
Right. Quite literally, all you do is you take this
Wow.
plastic wrap. It's okay. And I'm going to show it. Hold on. I'm going to show everybody what it looks like. So you just lay it on top like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yes, some of the paint might squirt out the sides, but whatever. No big deal. And then what do? There's so many things you can do. There you go. And you just have fun with it. Now, the way that Cole is just smushing it with his hands is a good starting point. You can see that if you just squish it with your hands, the paint doesn't go as far. It might be something where you have to bring in other tools. Like, for example, I'm just going to try this. So you can kind of start to move it around in certain areas. This is a good point where we bring the roller to really spread it around. Press a little bit harder, just so, not super hard, but a little bit harder. So you can see as he's moving it around, he's spreading it. And that's why it's called smoosh. So you keep on doing that. And
we
then
have somebody on.
Oh, do we? I don't know.
I think it's Miss Jill and Corinne.
That's why it's called smoosh. So you keep on doing that. And then... Yep. And so see how this one right here looks like there's a lot more in there? You can roll over it. You can smush it with your hands to move it. It doesn't really matter. See how there's a lot more there? And then we'll show everybody what else you can do with the other tools and then how we can pick it up and move it because there's still going to be a lot of paint underneath this. You can press a little bit harder. What I usually, yeah, there you go. Sometimes the cellophane, the plastic wrap, or your plastic bag, whatever you're using, moves around a little bit. You just kind of hold it, tug it a little bit like that. Okay. What's really, 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 really fun about this is the different ways that you can get the paints to kind of move around. That's what's super fun. We have a lot of space left in here. Can we pause for a second? I want to hold it up. See how there's a lot of this white space in here? Yeah, you could, of course, leave it like that. We are going to move it around. Cole's using now the tongue, I almost said depressor, whatever that's called, popsicle stick. To move things around. And what he's doing is he's also showing you how you can make like lines underneath. And then once you get to a point where you're like, okay, the paint's not really moving anymore, let's show them what we do. Okay. What we do at this point, move those things just a little bit, we lift it up. And then what Cole and I like to do, and first I'm just going to pull it away so you can kind of see it. What we like to do is, since there's still some paint on there, we'll take it and we'll maybe move it into a different direction. So some of those colors now, get your roller or whatever, some of those colors can now get transferred in other areas. Now watch over here, there's a little bit less, yep, see, they just rolled right through the paint. And that's okay, that is fine, I don't care. That's fun. There you go, it's fine. Don't worry about it, it's paint, it's supposed to be on there. Okay, how about right here, there's a lot of paint there. And then if that gets to be too much, like you can't really see what's happening, that's when we'll go through and we'll kind of start to mush things together. And you just push the paint around. Literally, that's all you're doing is you're pushing the paint around. All right? And like, see, there's a lot of this turquoise right here. So we're going to kind of smush that. Now I'm going to lift this up. Now you could easily go back and, are you able to lift that canvas up so people can see it a little bit better? See how down in the bottom you got some cool purple and blue mixing together? So now, oh yay! So now what I'll probably do is, since this side didn't really get any love, I'll cover this side, and Cole's going to go through and he'll do with whatever tool he wants. Good. And I can feel where there's certain areas where it's thicker, huh? It feels heavier. I like it. Okay, and you tell me when you're ready and I'll pull this back up. And what we'll do is we'll get a new one, but we'll put some paint if it's ready. All right, so this one is getting a little bit cray-cray. It's super pretty though. So I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna move it over here out of the way or even into the garbage. So right now, this is what Cole has. See those kind of cool, like, there's some really cool, like, stripes right in here. That kind of neat. Those are kind of, don't do that, honey. You're going to poke right through. Okay. But there's still some areas like this right here is really heavy. So what Cole could do is, yes, he could go in with his hand. He could mush it. He could do it on that. You want to show them what you could do with the credit card with the paint? Just do it one time. Yeah. And he can go through now and he can just make marks anywhere that he wants. All right. And then do you need a paper towel? You can, yeah, that's fine. You can go through with the roller. I don't mind. Just what we need to be careful of is what you're doing right now. You want to always be careful of where you're putting the paint down, and you don't want to mush the colors too much together so that they turn, oh yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. So that they turn everything else into like mush. But these colors that Cole picked, I think, are pretty good.
And pretty.
They're very beautiful colors. See, now Cole just rolled right over the part that I loved the most, but that's okay. It's your painting, not mine. Okay, so now let's take this. We're going to take this and we're going to wipe this off. And then we're going to go back to the technique that we were showing everybody and how you can kind of finish it off. You need to tell me, Cole, since this is your painting, you need to tell me if there needs to be any more. Do you see how a lot of the green got smushed together? The white kind of disappeared. You need to tell me if you think there needs to be more, because if so, this is a good point to then add more paint to the areas. There's some areas in here that don't even have paint on them. So what I would do personally at this point is I would maybe fill in some of those areas that need a little bit more paint, or maybe like, I don't know, wherever.
Or like pick up some of the paint and put some paint there.
Pick up some of the paint, what, from what?
Like, you can, like,
There's not much on there, is there? Okay, well, tell me what color you'd like me to add, and we'll squirt it on there, and then...
Green and white, of course.
Okay, white too? Okay, so show me where you want the white, and I'll help you get it on there. Okay. Anywhere else?
About, like, right here.
Right here? Okay, that's right. We're almost out of this white, so... And then, was it green or, like, the sea foam green? Green. All right, tell me where you want the green. A little bit right there?
Yeah.
Like right here?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I think you had pointed over here a minute ago. Anywhere else? How about this corner?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, yes, Cole can go through with that. Or what he usually does is we usually lay this back down.
Mm-hmm. But not the messy one that we use.
Right. I got a clean one, as you can see. There's a clean one. And now you go through and you do kind of the same process. Do you want me to get you a clean stick? You can put that one just on the... And then remember, you can smush with your hands. You could use, I have the roller. You can use the roller. I kind of wiped it off a little bit so there's a little bit less paint on it. And try going the other way if it's not laying. There you go. There you go. So you can try that. And you don't have to. You can leave it as globs if you want. Totally up to you. And that one I think we didn't really do. There you go. And then I think over there is where we put some. You don't have to do anything with it. All right. So now this is the fun part. This is the part that I think is the coolest. Okay. Hand me the roller when you're done, because I need to show them something on the screen. All right. So now look at the screen. I want to show it to you. The reason why plastic wrap is so cool is you can see where all those little areas that the cellophane has started to wrinkle up. This is the part that's kind of the funnest. You kind of just go like this and you sort of squeeze in areas where you know you want some lines to be, and then we'll show it to them.
Ah.
Here you go.
You got it on.
Gotcha. And then we just kind of go through and we just pinch and like turn, and it'll make these really cool shapes and stuff, lines, maybe wrinkles. You know those wrinkles that you always try to get out of your clothing? Yeah, we want to keep those wrinkles. We want to keep them. Now, some people will leave it on here for a little bit. I don't really think it makes much of a difference. Do you?
Not really.
Not really. I don't think that every time we've done it. And then I'm going to show everybody what it looks like once we get on there. I don't really think it makes much of a difference.
So if you tried this one before and you leave it on for a little bit long, did it send it to us or tell us right now if you tried it and if it made difference.
Okay. Yeah. You're ready to be a YouTuber, I think. You got the lingo down. All right. And then when you're ready, when you're done doing the pinch and stuff, what we'll do is we'll lift it up. All right. You want to help me with that corner? Yeah. You and I do the honors together, and we're just lifting, and now hold it up so that everybody can see it. Yep, you got it.
It's so cool. Look at everyone. It's so amazing, right?
I think it's gorgeous.
Did anybody say yes?
Well, I don't know. I can't see what they're saying. Michelle says she's watching the replay. Miss Jill says hi, and that's it. That's the only people on. But I think it's beautiful. So that's the finished product. Now I'll probably have Cole go in to like this area right here where there's no paint and probably go in there and add something, maybe just a little bit of color. I'm trying to teach him about the different, why you want to kind of fill your canvas up. But this is essentially smush painting. Pretty cool, right?
Yay.
Okay, so let me put this up so that everybody can kind of see it a little bit more.
So
I think it's gorgeous.
So
I love it.
If
So
anyone wants to do this by yourself, you can. Oh, thanks, Mom.
you're welcome. You can keep talking.
And if you do it by yourself, let us know or show us the colors that you used or show us your painting
Cool.
that you did.
Yep. Tell them they can leave it in the comments below.
Leave it in the comments below.
All right. And if you weren't sure or didn't know about this, Colmar and I have started a YouTube channel. And I will, in the comments, I will put the username in there, but it's BE_ART-C, BARTC, but I'll put it in there because it's kind of a little weird name. And I will link you to that. And he's got a couple other videos in there that we have done in the past, and I'm going to start posting them here as well as there on the YouTube channel. So I think that's all for now. I already have forgotten what we were going to do for Friday. Do you remember?
Ladybugs.
Ladybugs. We're going to do a paper craft.
They're going to be so cute.
And they're going to be so cute. A paper craft on Friday. Ladybugs, because,
you can do whatever paper.
Feeling like spring. What I'll do is I'll put a list of everything you need for that one in the comments as well. Okay. So thank you for painting with us today, and hopefully you really, really enjoyed it. Anything else you got to say before we go?
Mom.
Yes.
Some people joined on when we were just about to close.
You're right. Some people did, but that's okay. I can go back and... Sorry, everyone.
But if you want to watch it, you can go to our channel on the TV and watch it again.
Sure, or on your computer.
Yeah.
Probably on their computer more so than their TV. But anyways, we're going to let you get going. We're going to get cleaned up, let this guy dry, and yeah. So what do we say?
Bye.
Be artsy. Bye-bye.
Be artsy. And also, think Mom.
What?
I think your mom joined on to like look at her picture.
She did. Do you see her name right there? Watch your elbow, honey. She did. She says, so pretty. All right, we'll read the comments after we sign off. I want to let people go. I don't want to keep everybody. I want them to be creating.
Yeah.
Yay. All right, so let's say bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you
Hands.
Friday.
Bye.